Get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. All right. Welcome to the 10-Minute Trades Trade Room. My name is Lee Goldstein. I'm the trading director at 10-Minute Trades. Welcome to the FOMC statement. That's what we're looking to trade. Please remember, all trades discussed are for educational purposes. It is possible to lose money trading futures. If you're watching a live stream on YouTube, that stream can be delayed. All right. So there's a little bit of extra news that I don't recall seeing. I checked last month, and these interest rate projections were not part of the news last time. So, I mean, it just means we have to be a little bit more careful. Let me show you last month's trade. I'll show you the month before. I'm going to try. Let me show you the DMM. Let's look at that first because we have to correct it. The DMM for today's trade needs to reflect the NQ March 21. Okay, March 21st is the correct contract. March 21st. Okay. So what's recommended here is, with latest trends, a reversal trade on the NQ or ES is recommended. They'll both shoot long or short, then reverse strongly after 5 to 40 seconds as the most likely outcome. What's kind of interesting, though, is there were three, if you believe the journal's accuracy, the last three reports were winners. So let's look at the last three reports. Let's look at, I mean, it's a 20-second cancel, okay? It's a 20-second cancel. So let's see what happened here. It was not a great reversal trade. So if you took a breakout trade at, hold on, let's look at that DMM one more time. It's a 15-tick bracket, okay? That's a very big bracket. It's a 15-tick bracket, and it's a 20-second cancel. And the entry time is 59.58. Not a time I would personally do a breakout. I would wait for 2 o'clock. So let's look at 58. Here's 57. So your orders are now on the chart. So you have a 15-tick bracket from 59.75. Let's say that's 4 points, 59.50. So 12.63 is your rough fill. 12.63 on the upside in 20 seconds. 12.62. 12, what did I say? 12.63. So at 58, let's check the downside also. So there's 58, and the price is 12.60.50. So if it's a 15-tick bracket, that's, let's say, 4 points. Let's call it 16. So 12.60, so 12.64.50, all right, is the long, because we're at 12.60.50, and 12.56.50 is the short, okay? And it has to be within 20 seconds. $12.56.50 gets hit on the short side. You're in this trade short. You're in the trade short. And I don't see how that, I mean, it looks to me like you're in the trade short. Am I wrong? It's very hard to tell definitively because where did that order show up on the chart, right? 1260.50, 15 ticks away from that is 1256.75. I believe. I think there's a possibility you're in this trade short and it's going to stop you out. I don't. Because your stop, if your long entry is 1264.50, your stop is 1268.25. And you're way past that. So I think the only way to know for sure on the breakout is to have traded it live. But looking for a reversal last month, it was a little bit difficult. It was pretty choppy. And it didn't really explode the way it normally does. Let's look at it in real time, okay? From 2 o'clock, I have no clue why this report wouldn't be entered. I would enter this report, like I said, at 1400. 1400. Just so, do you get pulled in on the long side? Do you get pulled in on the long side? Very hard to tell unless you're trading live. Now, I was not trading for a breakout. I was trading for a reversal. And last month, I just did not have an opportunity in my mind to grab one. So I did not have a trade. I mean, there was some movement, but not the kind of movement that would motivate me to do a reversal. Now, the month before that was September. Darn it. Let me get the right video. What is the deal with that video? So September's FOMC statement. So it worked, but it took 2 minutes. In other words, price went up. I didn't trade it at 2 o'clock. I didn't see an opportunity. And then it went to the PP pivot, and I saw an opportunity to short it there, and I shorted it there. And in September, we did have the economic projections. So they were not there in November. They weren't there in November. There was no report in October. Okay, so there was a reversal that worked in September. Okay, and it worked pretty quick. Reversals are not easy. Let's take a look at July. Oh, before we look at July, whoops, don't want to do that. Let's look at July at September. Was there a good breakout in September? Oh, come on. Sorry. Was there a good breakout in September? We don't know because I didn't record from 2 o'clock on. That's too bad. All right, so I don't know the answer to that. The journal says yes. Journal says yes. Okay. The journal says there was a good breakout in September. Let's look at July. In July, okay, here's 2 o'clock. I was looking for a reversal in July. No interest rate change. So what do you do in July? Do you wait till it gets all the way up to the high of the day? Do you take the PP for a long? This is not an easy one because the levels are sort of in the middle of nowhere. Now that's a pretty good move. I would probably, you probably should have taken that. Probably should have taken that. Okay, it got close enough. It got about 7, 8 points away from the high of the day. It's right on the border, but it would have worked. Okay, it would have worked. So today, you don't have anything good on the downside, unfortunately. There's no good levels except the 6 p.m. open, and it's because the NASDAQ's so bullish. I think you got to be careful today, folks, taking a short. You got to be careful taking a short. Now, so here's an issue that I have to deal with. 3 breakout winners in a row on the report, yet the text says with latest trends, a reversal trade on the NQ. I see 4 out of 5 winners on the breakout. Jaquan was, you mean the German trade? Because that was the one that looked monstrous. So I would like to take a reversal. I don't feel like the charts are very good for a reversal today. And I don't think the bullishness of the NQ is that great for a reversal today. I also think that, Chantal, I need to hear the news. I should not have, not so sure I should have streamed this. The third trade didn't move, Jaquan. We looked at it. So the real tough decision today, the really tough decision on this trade today is take it as a breakout or take it as a reversal, right? Because if I put the sound up, Chantal, it damages YouTube, I think. Tell me if it screws up the YouTube sound. Chantal, I think it does. Tell me right now if the YouTube sound is screwed up. Is the YouTube, how about right now? How about right now? I think it is. I think it is. Jaquan, I use roughly a 20 tick stop most of the time, depending on the volatility. Okay. If you get any comments, Chantal, send them to me.
Amazon is taking another step into offering its own health service. Bertha Coombs joins us now with the latest. Bertha. Kelly, it's no secret that Amazon has set its sights on healthcare.
Okay, so the reversal trade, I have to move this out of the way. The news that shows up on investing.com, they're not going to change the interest rate. That would be a monstrous shock. Okay. I just want to watch the 30-second squeeze signals. That's all. If I got a move up to R1, in between R1, I mean, honestly, folks, if it goes to the high of the day, that's where I'd like to take a reversal. But if it goes there before the report comes out, then I would be really careful about not doing it. Then you probably don't want to do it. We don't want the price going up, 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 up now. But the problem today is the NQ so darn bullish. It's up 220 ticks, I believe. It's up 220 ticks. Yeah. Let's put it on points. So the NASDAQ's up 56 points. It's a lot. I'm not sure you want to be taking reversals on that, but on the downside, the FOMC is a powerful report that often reverses. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. If the DMM did not say this today, with latest trends, a reversal trade on the NQ or ES is recommended, I would take the breakout trade. I just think, I can't say what I think. So there's a strong possibility I won't trade because the market is tricky. To set up a reversal, I would do one target for 8 ticks, one target for 20 ticks. My stop would be 20 ticks at least. It might even be smarter to do it for more. We're talking the NQ. It's a reversal trade. I want to trade it for real. Okay. All right. So I've got, all I have to worry about with a reversal trade is how many positions, my targets, 8 and 20, and my stop loss. Let's go for 40 ticks on our second target. If we hit the first target, I should hopefully have time, I hope, to move my stop to break even. Okay. I can move my stop to break even automatically if I want. If I hit my first target, move my stop to break even. Okay. But I don't want to get stopped out on a little bit of an up and down move, which is very possible. So my feeling is this: if it goes up to the high of the day, I'm definitely tempted to look at a reversal there. It tested the high of the day back at noon, and then it retested it at 12:20, and it hasn't tested it for a couple of hours. Okay. We just don't have good levels on the bottom. It's in the middle of nowhere on the short side to go long. So I'm trading 2 contracts on the reversal. I'm risking about $100 per contract. And if I don't get a good looking move, then I may not take a trade. The irony, the frustration is that I think the long is better, but I don't think, I'm not anticipating the kind of move that will allow me to go long, and I don't have any levels to work off of if it drops, if the price drops. Okay, that's my problem. That's the tricky part of this trade. I'm going to time.is to check my time. My computer's in sync. We all know that on reversals, time is not quite as critical. So I think everybody understands why reversals are tricky. You got to time them. It's not as simple as having a signal. Not this report. This report tends to reverse pretty quickly, 6 seconds sometimes. So what I don't believe that there will be an interest rate change. Okay. Nobody's talking about interest rate changes. That would shock the market. So there will be attention paid to the statement. Okay. And I'm just not sure. You never know if you'll be able to catch a reversal or not. Depends on the kind of movement that we get. And you know me, I'm not going to go crying in a corner if I miss it. I don't go crying in a corner. So we've got about 3.5 minutes or so. You can see that price is kind of consolidated, kind of. There's always volatility. That's why on the breakout trade, the bracket is so big. It's a 15-tick bracket. It's already snowing here. Oh, I think we're going to get a foot of snow. I can't think of too many things I hate more than cold weather and snow. Can you all? I don't enjoy the snow. I love the heat. All right, we got 2 minutes. Jaquan, where do you live? It's pretty warm there generally, but you get chilly there. Atlanta gets chilly. Did you vote? You're from Jersey? Okay, we got 1 minute and 15 seconds. So I'll keep my cursor near the long or the short button. We'll see if we get any action. I can listen to Powell on the Financial Juice website when he starts talking. He's not talking yet. So look, if I feel like I have a trade, I'll take it. I'm not doing the breakout because the daily report, the trade report says reversals are recommended. Personally, I think it's possibly, I think it's an oversight. You have 3 out of 4 winners. Go to the high. I missed it. I'm an idiot. All I had to do is click it. I waited too long, folks. I waited too long. My fault. I should have hit it right here. That was the trade. That was the trade. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I had it. I was thinking in my head, that's the trade, and I didn't do it. My mistake. I've missed it, so I will not do it now. I knew I missed it. When it hovered, when it kind of sat, that was the trade. The market doesn't like the news, but you don't want to chase. You don't know it's going to continue down. That's the problem. You could chase it here. You just don't know that it's going to continue down. It could, but you don't know it. But you know when it went up to that high, that was the spot to do it. That was the spot. That was perfect. That was perfect. I missed it. I have to be honest. I missed it. Yes, it looked like a good breakout, KW, also. It looked like a very good breakout. And I definitely would have done it at 2 o'clock. I don't think it broke out before 2 o'clock. We'll look at the video. I'm so frustrated because there was a great trade there. There was a great trade, and I missed it. I did miss it. Look how close it got. It got really close. It got close enough. It got close enough. Would you take it if it goes up there again? I don't know. It's risky. It's risky. You're risking $300. Is it going to break the high? I don't know. The markets are so bullish that you might have that short term, right? That second time that it goes there is much riskier. It's much riskier. I generally do not take the second one. Oh, the breakout, Chantal, might not have worked on a range chart. That's a very good point. Very good point. KW, the only way you know for sure on the breakout is the by looking at a range chart. A one range. A one range. So would you take a reversal if it got up to the high of the day? It's certainly struggling. It's certainly struggling. It's much riskier now because it almost got there once before, 3 minutes ago. But look how it does look tired, and they're saying GDP is not good. I mean, they're not saying great things. I'm going to watch a little longer. And then we'll watch the video. On the range chart, it went up 10 points and down at least 3 and 4 times. So the Fed keeps rates steady, but pledges to keep liquidity spigot open. I mean, that basically tells you that the Fed is worried about the economy. And how could they not be? How can you not be worried about the economy? People are suffering out there. Excuse me, folks. I'm sorry. My throat is killing me. So I'm not going to get that opportunity for the second trade. It's not giving it to me. So I missed it. It's the way it is. I missed the trade. I have to live with it. You just have to live with it. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. Let me show you the video. I'll show you why I missed it. So at least we can learn something from it. You have to just It's hard to overcome it's fear, I guess, that you're worried it's going to keep going up, right? You think it's going to keep going up. Let me show you the video. This one was pretty easy. I think I just missed it. I absolutely missed it. It won't be the last time I miss a reversal. Now, so there's your first. Now, the first crossover is before the report. So you had a long signal at 1402 that actually worked. And then you had a good reversal signal. No, you didn't have the reversal signal. The market, I think the market doesn't like what the Fed is saying, but I don't chase. I've learned not to chase. That's something I don't do usually. If you chase here, it's just, there's no way to know if it's going to keep going down. It might, and you might get a good trade, but chasing is not a good policy. I mean, I hate to say it, but we had the opportunity. You know, you actually got the second opportunity. It was a little bit trickier. You know, of course, your feeling is, oh, take the trade now, chase it, but you're better off fighting that. You're better off fighting that. The second report, the second short was good, Chantal. It was good. There's no doubt about it. The second one was also good. Because you were 53, 20 ticks, about 20 ticks away from the high of the day. So it was an acceptable place to take it. Well, it was 25, 30 ticks away. It would have had to have been a bigger, it would have had to have been a bigger stop for you to do it. Fed sees better economy, job growth for 2021. So, you took it on the MES. I don't like trading the ES at all on the FOMC statement. I just don't. I think the NQ moves much better for reversals. Definitely better for reversals. Let's look at the video. I'll show you what I did wrong. I'll show you what I did wrong. I could have been a hero, and I wasn't. So 2 o'clock, the report comes out. Price is going down. And it goes up not so fast. That's early. That's your trade right now. Even if you were late, you would have had to have been late. It was a doozy of a trade. It was beautiful. Watch it again. It was perfect. You just had to be willing to take it. Not yet. Now, that was the trade right there. That's where it stopped. And look at how beautiful that trade was. It was perfect. Now, let's watch the second opportunity. Not quite as good because it didn't go as high. Maybe that's a good thing. So you missed the first one, right? Does it give you a second? It does. We know it does give a second opportunity. It takes a while. So it's going, what an awesome short that would have been. It would have hit our targets. 40 tick target. It's too bad. It's too bad. So now you're waiting to see if it'll go back up. To me, it's a little bit late. It's a little bit late. That move was the move. That was the trade for us. That was the correct trade. Okay. Now, then you get the next move up. And there is your second trade. It's harder, definitely harder to take it. But you did get a second opportunity 2 minutes later. And it would have worked. It would have worked. It was choppier. The first one was much, much better. Much, much better. But it would have worked. But it's choppy. All right. That first one was perfect. I missed it. Watch it again. By watching it, you learn now, right there. Right there. You got to have guts to take that. I let my fear, I think, prevent that trade. And boom, it's a doozy. If it had gone back up one more time, I would have taken it no matter what, but it didn't. Sometimes you get an extra opportunity. You did not get it today. Okay. So that's the way it goes, folks. You have to, I'm not going to go cry in a corner. I'm disappointed in myself, but I missed it. So I missed it. Okay. Missed the reversal. Any questions, folks? We do have a trade, Australia jobs, 7:15 tonight. Australia has changed the Australian dollar. They've made it $5 a tick now. They've taken all the fun out of trading the Australian dollar. It's a 7:15 trade room. Okay. 7:15 trade room. So I'll see everybody this evening. It's a very short trade room. I'll see everybody at 7:15. Okay. I'll see you later. Take care, folks.